Okay, so this is the MRAP 1/16 scale GI Joe conversion from static display model to a four-wheel drive super fast RC, full RC. The tutorial for the tires. The tires were a little bit of a struggle as well. There's a hex. There's a hex that goes in here as far as the axle to the tire connection. It's a screw that goes in here, and it's a hex design. That hex is what actually grabs onto the tire. The hex is down here. The tire from this point downwards is the original tire, the original static tire that comes with the model. What I did was very carefully, because it was a circle design. What I did was very carefully map out a hex design on top of that circle, and it was able to Dremel out a hex design, so it actually fit in perfectly into that hex. Once I did that, all I really had to do is make sure that it stayed in snugly. And these are the caps. These are original caps. These are original rims and tires for the static display model. They came with awesome rubber tires. They're not as soft as you would like them to be, but I wanted to maintain the integrity of the vehicle. I don't want big tires that just completely go against the static display, the aesthetics of the vehicle itself. In here, hopefully you can see, and the lighting is a little bit better. There's a hex nut in there, and I could still put in a hex wrench in there and still get it out and take off the tire. I couldn't find it right now, so that's why I'm not taking off the wheel itself. But as far as the wheelbase and everything is concerned, I got real lucky with the axle that it still maintained the same length. Before I started doing anything with the static display, the static model, I put together an axle and I measured out the axle with the wheels. That way I can still maintain the integrity of that distance, that wheelbase distance. So basically I created it, put it down on paper, put little lines where the tires were supposed to be, how far away the axle was from the tires, and that way I can maintain that as my my base reference. So yeah, that came in handy a couple times when I was building this. I kept on questioning whether the wheels were gonna be too separate. Now, with any custom, I'm sure you guys know or are aware of it through experience or just coming across some of these. Nothing comes out perfect. Nothing ever comes out perfect. Back here, well, these wheels are fairly straight, but back here, as you can see, it has a little bit wobble. Enough wobble for me to really get bugged by it and want to fix it, but it really doesn't affect the speed, the accuracy of the vehicle with turning and taking corners and stuff like that. Other than to say that, you know, maybe if you're a super expert and you want to race these things, it might get to you, but for the most part, I mean, it's highly functional. I don't notice it, other than right now when I do it, and it just bugs me. I'll figure out what's going on later, and then we'll see what happens, see if I could fix it. But anyhow, that's the tire tutorial. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Keep the imagination active.